Is the Sooner basketball program broken? Today we will cover why the product on the court isn't the most concerning trend surrounding this program.
Welcome to SoonerStats, your home for Oklahoma Sooners coverage.
The University of Oklahoma men's basketball program represents a fascinating and troubling case study in the modern collegiate athletics landscape, existing at the precarious intersection of high-level historical success and contemporary engagement challenges. While the university is globally renowned as a football school, a brand identity forged over decades of gridiron dominance, the basketball program possesses a lineage that arguably rivals many traditional powers. The historical ledger boasts 5 Final Four appearances, 34 NCAA tournament bids, and a litany of All-Americans, establishing a ceiling of expectation that is undeniably high. However, a granular, multi-dimensional analysis of the past decade, 2015 to 2026, reveals a program grappling with a profound identity crisis, exacerbated by facility obsolescence, acute regional market competition from the NBA, and the volatility of the transfer portal era. The stabilization of this floor has become the primary objective of the Porter Moser administration as the program navigates its nascent years in the Southeastern Conference. From the euphoric highs of the Buddy Hield era, which set modern attendance records, to the structural rebuilds post-pandemic, the narrative of Oklahoma basketball is one of resilience amidst apathy. The following sections dissect the interplay between coaching philosophies, roster construction, and the fan experience, offering a definitive account of how a storied program is attempting to modernize its brand in an increasingly crowded and discerning sports marketplace.
The central thesis of this video rests on the decoupling of performance and attendance, a phenomenon that challenges the traditional economic models of collegiate sports. Historical data spanning from 1974 to 2015 suggests a moderate positive correlation between winning percentage and home attendance. During this golden era of predictability, the conventional wisdom held true. If the team won, the fans attended. Spikes in performance, such as the 2002 Final Four run under Sampson, correlated neatly with spikes in ticket scans. However, recent trends reveal a significant structural divergence.
Recent analysis indicates that the correlation coefficient between winning and attendance has plummeted to near zero in the last decade, occasionally dipping into negative territory. This signals a total breakdown in predictability. Fans are no longer responding to winning seasons with increased attendance, nor are they responding to mediocre seasons with proportional drops. They are simply leaving regardless of the record. For over 4 decades, the Lloyd Noble Center, LNC, was a fortress. In the 1980s, during the Billy Tubbs era, the Sooner magic was palpable. The 1988 team, which reached the national championship game, posted a winning percentage of 90%, the highest in program history. Interestingly, while that specific season averaged 9,281 fans, the momentum it generated sustained the program for years. The early 2000s under Sampson further solidified the expectation of attendance. The 2005 and 2009 seasons saw average attendance figures soar above 11,400, effectively utilizing the arena's full capacity. These figures were achieved even in seasons where the winning percentage was lower than the 1988 peak, suggesting that the habit of attendance had been successfully instilled in the local community. The fan base was sticky, resilient to minor fluctuations in performance, and deeply invested in the program's identity.
The hiring of Porter Moser, famed for his Final Four run with Loyola Chicago, signaled a desire for a cultural reset. Moser brought energy, a focus on defense, and a relentless recruiting strategy that leveraged the transfer portal. However, his tenure has coincided with the crystallization of the attendance crisis.
Moser's first 2 seasons were defined by bubble stress and NIT appearances. The program was competitive but lacked the high-end talent to break through in the brutal Big 12. The final year in the Big 12 offered the most granular data on the current state of the program. The variance in attendance became extreme, governed entirely by the day of the week and the caliber of the opponent.
A recurring theme surrounding this program is the detrimental impact of the venue itself. The Lloyd Noble Center, opened in 1975, is widely considered one of the least intimate arenas in the Power Four conferences.
With a capacity of nearly 11,000 and historically up to 12,000 plus, The arena is too large for the modern demand of the program. When 6,000 fans attend, the venue feels half empty. The sightlines, particularly the empty seats behind the baskets noted in reports, destroy the visual atmosphere necessary for a home court advantage. This creates a negative feedback loop. The atmosphere is perceived as poor, so marginal fans choose not to attend, making the atmosphere worse. The architectural design, characterized by a cavern effect, dissipates crowd noise and energy, preventing the creation of a hostile environment for opponents unless the arena is at full capacity.
The LNC's struggles are compounded by the proximity of the Paycom Center, home of the NBA's Oklahoma City Thunder, located just 30 minutes away in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, the Thunder average nearly 18,000 fans per game and offer an elite NBA product, often contending for championships. Porter Moser has publicly stated his desire to replicate the Thunder's atmosphere, but the reality is that the two entities compete for the same disposable income and time. The Thunder have set a high bar for the game day experience, making the aging LNC feel antiquated to the casual fan who attends NBA games. The event standard set by the NBA franchise dictates that fans will travel for a spectacle, but hesitate to drive to Norman for a standard collegiate game. Furthermore, the overlap of the fan base is significant. It is estimated that a vast majority of the 18,000 fans attending Thunder games are also potential OU consumers. However, given a choice between watching an NBA MVP candidate like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in a modern arena or watching a bubble college team in a 1970s venue, the market has voted decisively for the NBA product. The Thunder's average attendance is better than markets like Houston and Los Angeles, highlighting that the Oklahoma sports fan is active. They just aren't choosing the Sooners.
This table synthesizes the relationship between team success and home support over the study decade.
The Moser stabilization has set the floor at roughly 7,000 to 7,500 tickets distributed. However, actual attendance often lags behind this number. The program has not seen a sustained average above 10,000 since the Trae Young season. The decline in attendance is persistent, even as the team maintains a respectable winning percentage, highlighting the disconnection between on-court results and fan behavior. The analysis of the Oklahoma men's basketball program reveals a clear dichotomy. On the court, the program remains a respectable high-major entity, capable of reaching the NCAA tournament and producing professional talent. It has successfully navigated coaching changes and conference realignment without falling into the abyss of irrelevance. However, the business of the program, specifically attendance and fan engagement, is undergoing a painful correction. The days of filling a 12,000-seat arena based solely on brand loyalty are over. The modern Oklahoma fan is discerning, with high standards set by the football program and the OKC Thunder. They require a reason to attend: a superstar, healed/young, a hated rival, Texas/OSU, or a championship-caliber ranking. The move to the SEC provides the necessary resources and stage, but it does not solve the structural issues of the Lloyd Noble Center.
What are your thoughts? Do you think the basketball program is broken? If so, what should they do to fix it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. We'll see you next time. Boomer.